first round, he went straight for the takedown. I thought that was an ill-advised move on his part, but I noticed that you stood back up pretty quickly and you didn't want to play the ground game at that time. What was the reason for that?
Yeah, you know, he's wrestling at heart, right? That's his background. That's his, you know, his strongest point. So I knew that putting some time in on the ground, like making those exchanges happen, the scrambles happen, was going to slowly tire him out. So, you know, getting back to my feet, making him really not feel that he won the position was something that was playing into my game plan very well.
His submission defense was incredibly impressive.
Absolutely.
What was it like from your perspective in there? I mean, did you get frustrated? Obviously, you kept your cool and stuck it out and got it at the last, 20 seconds. But what was going through your mind at the time? Like, is this guy just indestructible? Yeah,
you know, he was strong. It was frustrating. You know, he was good at, keeping his chin down and defending the rear naked choke very well. So, you know, jiu-jitsu essentially is meant for no time limit, right? So eventually I knew I was going to find an opening, and it took a little more, softening him up and being patient and applying pressure with my hips and with my body triangle and things like that to find it. But, if it presented itself, I wasn't going to rush it, give up position, anything, it's kind of silly like that. So, I wasn't too worried about it. I knew I was winning the fight, but getting the finish is always the goal.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Adam, there was a couple of times where you had like a hard neck crank. You were sort of squeezing his chin. Did you think you had him there at some point?
Yeah, sometimes with a neck crank, especially with conjunction of the body triangle, it can put a ton of pressure on guys, make them submit. He was, tough as hell. I give him all respect. He hung in there. I felt his air leaving his body. I felt him struggling with the body triangle and the neck crank together. And a lot of times, even with a neck crank, they'll actually lift their chin. He didn't do that, So I just got to give him props on his, again, submission defense, and that's what I was going for. That's what I was looking for.
And just for you, you just been an undefeated guy.
Yeah.
His first loss. How's that feel?
It feels great. Kind of like I told Jen earlier, the fact that he was undefeated, it means less to me. I know that he was a tough opponent. I know that he had good skills, good ground game, good wrestling, good striking. So to beat an opponent that is good all around and, to get back in the win column, those are the things that, mean the most to me right now.
So Adam, about a year and a half ago, you were the undefeated guy. You took a couple of losses after, I believe, a 3-fight win streak in Bellator. Now you came back in your home state, got some redemption. It was a hard fight. Can you talk about the emotion about this fight today?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel a lot, very relieved. It feels really good to go out there and kind of perform the way that I know I can and the way that I know I should have been this whole time. Dealing with losses in 2017, it was very hard on me emotionally. So to be able to come back and make some changes in camp, like really pulling in Josh Thompson into my camp and a couple of the other guys at AKA and CSA and all these other guys, like just pulling in a little bit more extra, working on my mental with Raul and Toby and all these guys, like to be able to turn it around and to go out there and feel comfortable, to feel confident, to feel like I know exactly what's happening, and I feel that fighting a guy like Dave Rickles, even though it was a bad performance, I gained a whole bunch of experience from that. Getting this victory was absolutely emotional. I'm just very happy, very relieved, very glad that I was able to show my true skill.
Is there one specific thing, Adam, that you would point to as the big difference from the two losses to now getting back to the win column?
I would say, preparation in general, but that's kind of broad, right? So like mental preparation is really, really important. I think, to be honest with you too, is just gaining that experience. You never want to take an L, and I was always the guy that tried to learn the best I could from my wins, but the losses that I did take, especially with the Rickles fight, because it was a full 50-minute fight, it really kind of opened my eyes and allowed me to adapt within the fights. A big thing I've been talking with a lot of media this week, adapting within the fights and seeing what's going on and not just going out there and being kind of, starstruck by the lights and stuff. So it's hard to pinpoint it, but experience is everything.
And now that you are back in the win column, what could be next for you? What do you think is
Anybody in that lightweight division, man. I'm so ready to go. I feel confident. I feel hungry. I got a great team around me, so whoever they put in front of me, I'm gonna knock them down.
Cracked you with a couple of good overhand rights there towards the beginning. How
sure.
bad those are? I mean, your face looks great. It doesn't even look like you got it.
Doesn't it? No, he touched me, and he touched me. That was one major thing, studying his tape and stuff, was don't get hit by that right. And he did touch me, and it's something that I'm gonna have to go back and work on. But it's not that I was rocked, I felt it. It was a good shot, but that's what happens. We're fighting in the cage here, so I feel great.